violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
Atlanta police need your help finding the person in this video. It shows an armed man firing a gun near a business on McDaniel Street.
Wow. So you see the super gremlin of the hour firing the weapon into this business, and the response from, I guess, the potential victim is, come on, bro. Somebody said, I don't know. I mean, if that was the shooter who said it, that's a wild response. But if that was the person, I mean, I would be like, I don't know, either shooting back or running.
This happened around 2 this morning, or 2 a.m. on June 17th, rather. The gunman is seen wearing a pink shirt with black shorts. Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
Cumberland Mall, where a fight led to the discovery of multiple guns.
The incident left many people confused and running from the mall.
Fox 5's Kim Luffler has been on the scene tonight. Kim, the police tell you this all started in the food court there?
Yeah, that's right. The scene's quiet here right now, but the parking lot behind me was filled with officers continuing to investigate after they say a fight broke out in the food court here at Cumberland Mall. Now,
Lord have mercy. So now they're terrorizing Cumberland Mall. They already made Lenox hot. Now Cumberland Mall. They're taking all of the malls that I loved to go to as a child. They're just destroying them. Okay. And it's very sad. The city of Atlanta has really taken a turn for the worse, like every other leftist ran city. And we're starting to see the aggression, the violence rise more. And I'm sitting back thinking, like, for what, man? I mean, this is the greatest time to be alive, but it seems that the community just wants to crash out. All right. And they're not in the mindset of prolonging their lives. They're in the mindset of YOLO, or live fast, die young. You only live once, whatever. And it's affecting everyone else, like I've been doing videos on recently. It's only getting worse in the A. I would suggest that people just, try and stay inside as much as possible. Avoid large gatherings in the community. I told you guys that before. The food court, take your food to go. Things like that can really help you stay away from when, ish hits the fan.
Now, Cobb County police say this all happened just around 6 p.m. this evening. They say a gun was dropped by one of the guys involved in that fight. Despite reports of a shooting at the mall, which circulated online, police say there's no indication shots were fired. Police also located the people involved in the parking lot after the incident, where they also recovered a second gun. We did see officers looking through a car in that parking lot as well. The mall was open in the early evening hours this evening. I did speak with one person who says they were in the food court when all this happened. She wasn't able to speak with us on camera, but she did tell me she was scared and got her and her family member out of that area as quickly as possible. Now, at this point, it's still unclear if those people involved that we saw officers speaking with in the parking lot here this evening, if they were arrested and charged. Of course, as we learn more, we'll bring that right to you. For now, live in Cobb County, Kim Luffler, Fox 5 News.
All right, Kim, thanks very much.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all
do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
what
all your
more do you want from me?
Candace, that owner is upset tonight, and she's trying to figure out how all of this happened. That's because, take a look, you can see right here there is a gate. You have to go through that gate to even get to the storage area. Also, security cameras are here as well. I spoke with the property manager here earlier today as well.
So when I opened the space, I noticed that it was empty. And then as I went towards the bins, that's when I noticed that all the inventory was gone.
I mean, I would hate to call her into question, but crying with no tears is, I don't think it's a good look. I really hope this is an inside job, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. The Super Gremlins got the jump on you. And you know, they robbed this place, or I don't know, man. I don't know why, but I just get the feeling that maybe she could have set it up. I mean, the security looked fine. You got the cameras. I don't know what happened to the cameras. Maybe they saw them. Maybe they didn't. I don't think she would set up her own business unless it was like for an insurance scam. So let's just give her the benefit of the doubt. I wasn't really sold on the fake crying, to be honest. But I mean, if this is a real situation, which they got on the news, so maybe, you know, like I said, benefit of the doubt, you have another black business being targeted, and we have everywhere in Atlanta, Black Lives Matter, BLM. I mean, it's everywhere. But that's not what we're doing.
Trying to hold back her frustration and tears, Ricola Elizabeth is recalling the moment she says someone attacked her livelihood over the weekend.
Someone came into the actual unit and took the extensions out of the space.
Elizabeth is the owner of Perfect Distraction Hair Gallery. She has 2 locations in Smyrna and Sandy Springs. She uses this storage unit here at the Space Shop Self-Storage in Smyrna as a warehouse to store the overflow of inventory for her.
Okay, so I mean, she got the storage unit. Did somebody just specifically know where her unit was at? Could it have been an inside job from the storage company? See, that's why, I mean, it is really shady doing business in Atlanta, because you never know. The inside job could come from anywhere.
Her stores and online website. But she says now that's all gone.
Someone robbed my warehouse,
leaving her
a little over $300,000
in the hole.
Damn.
When I came in, originally the locks were locked. So I'm like, how did they get into it? It wasn't until the police arrived that I noticed that they came in over the top of the bin because the actual mesh was damaged.
So how would they have known that? It's got to be an inside job somewhere.
You can see in this video Smyrna police processing fingerprints from the top of the unit and the bins. My photographer and I stopped by the management office on Monday.
When I come in here with that camera,
do you have anything to say on your behalf?
I need you to get out of here with the camera.
They declined my on-camera interview request, but they did send me this statement. It says, in part, we are fully cooperating with the authorities in their investigation. Based on the information we have gathered thus far, we believe this to be an isolated incident.
Yeah, it's an inside job. I think by the storage unit inside job, you know, some sister saw that, they had a whole bunch of weaves and they ran off on the plug. Sad. I mean, there is no solidarity in the community.
Specifically targeting Miss Elizabeth's storage unit. We condemn any form of theft or unauthorized access and are committed to supporting Miss Elizabeth during this unfortunate event.
Channel 2's Larry Sproul joins us back
She called.
live. And Larry, do we know if she has insurance, and what are police saying about this?
Well, Candace, she does have insurance, but she got it 2 years ago, and back then there was not worth $300,000 worth of merchandise in there, so the insurance will only cover for the amount that she got for 2 years ago. Meanwhile, as for the investigation, police said they are investigating this incident right here. Candace?
Hopefully there is some video of all of this going down. Larry, thank you so much.
All right, tonight, a DeKalb County mom says she is grateful to be alive after a stray bullet struck her in the head. She tells Fox 5's Joy Dukes it happened outside of her apartment complex as her Lyft driver was simply taking her home.
Yeah, that woman tells me it is a day she will never forget. She was in her Lyft on her way home to this apartment complex here off of Snapfinger Woods Drive when she heard two men arguing. She says from there she got a really bad feeling. Well, seconds later, she says she heard the sound of gunshots.
Wow, she literally witnessed a ninja moment right then and there. Women, children, nobody's safe. These super gremlins are on demon time.
So 3 of those shots hit her driver's car. One of them struck her in the head.
3 that hit his car, 2 hit me. The wig I had on stopped 1, and 1 landed in my head.
Wow. So now I know why the previous business owner got robbed, because if them wigs are working as bulletproof hats or what, I mean, them some strong wigs. She said the wig stopped the bullet. Wow, like that bullet said, hey, I don't even like these damn wigs. I'm not even going in there. I mean, you know, it's hilarious that the wig stopped the bullet, but it's not funny that this woman almost lost her life. Okay. And you just feel the frustration from me in the community. Honestly, she seems pretty calm about this situation. Like it's just a normal day in the neighborhood. But I told you guys about these apartment complexes in Atlanta, specifically DeKalb County. They're not safe. I mean, it can go down anytime, any place, and somebody's going to come back and spin the block. The block is going to always be spinning, and it's going to be the op culture coming in, seeping in. It's going to be, I mean, every element, because these types of disagreements and arguments, especially when a firearm is discharged, they don't stop unless, you know, somebody gets clapped. And then it's going to be, okay, you deleted my brother, you deleted my cousin, so we going to slide on you. And it's just a constant cycle, as we all know. But hey, man, at least she's still alive. At least she's still here with us. I would say, hey, sister, stop rocking the weaves and stop rocking the wigs. But hey, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It looks like it's working to protect you in the community. So hey, maybe put on 2, 3.
One of them struck her in the head.
3 that hit his car, 2 hit me. The wig I had on stopped 1, and 1 landed in my head. I have a bullet in my head right now.
As she tells me, it is by the grace of God that she is alive here today to tell her story. DeKalb County police are investigating, but so far no word on any arrests. I'll have the full story coming up tonight at 10 and 11. In DeKalb County, Joy Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Well, it's a walking miracle. A woman struck twice in the head by stray bullets. She says her wig is one of the reasons she is still alive to tell her story. DeKalb police say this all unfolded at an apartment complex off Snapfinger Woods Drive. Fox 5's Joy Dukes has this miraculous story tonight.
Yeah, that woman who did not want to share her name tells me it was a day she will never forget.
She didn't want to share her name, but her face her face is everywhere.
The ride home from work nearly cost her her life. Well, she credits her driver with saving it.
Anybody out there that doesn't believe in God, I just want you to know God is real.
This DeKalb County mother of 2 says it was God that spared her life after she was shot in the head while riding in a Lyft outside her apartment complex on Snapfinger Woods Drive, June 10th.
I had to pick up.
And the sad thing is, you can get hit by strays in the anytime, any day. The Demonetized completely out of control. These super gremlins are demon time.
My belongings from the homicide department because nobody counted on me making it.
She tells Fox 5 she was coming home from work, but when her driver pulled up to the front gate, she says she noticed two men in cars arguing and got a really bad feeling.
The next thing you know, we hear gunshots.
The woman shared these photos of the damage stray bullets did to her Lyft driver's car.
3 that hit his car, 2 hit me. The wig I had on stopped one, and 1 landed in my head. I have a bullet in my head right now.
She called him her hero, saying even in the midst of chaos, he risked his life to help render her aid.
He came around the car, even though bullets were still flying. He came and got out his car. 1 could have hit him.
Dang, that's a real Uber driver. That's a real Uber driver, man. That's like what's that movie? The Driver? I mean, shout out to him. He needs a raise or some type of commemoration from Uber or Lyft. I don't know. But most people will not do that. I'm interested to see who this guy was. I wish they would have did a story on him.
And he held my hand and tried to keep me conscious until the ambulance got there and don't know me.
The woman tells Fox 5 miraculously the bullet didn't make it to her brain, while doctors at
I mean, what's the over-under on that being a brother driving the Uber and helping her out? I mean, honestly, I don't know. It kind of sounds like a glider. I'm just saying.
Grady were unable to remove it. She knows the ordeal could have ended much differently.
I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for God. And I pray every day. I prayed before I left the house that morning, and I prayed when I got home 3 days later.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot. By the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's a Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video. All right, guys. I know I haven't been live for a long time. I actually was waiting for my monetization review to come back before I went live again, and it came back, and it was rejected. So I'm gonna give you guys the reason why they rejected me. Apparently, they are saying that I'm inciting violence. So, guys, if you look at the screen here, it says, "Here's the review of my feedback. I'm in concordance with all of the guideline, all the whatchamacallits, right? The guideline rules, requirements. But they say that my content is incendiary, demeaning, or promoting violence or hatred, especially on the basis of protected characteristics." Obviously, whoever the human reviewer of my content is didn't watch it at all, honestly. I mean, there's literally no way you can extrapolate that I'm inciting violence. As a matter of fact, I admonish the violence. I chastise the violence. My whole channel is about stopping the violence. But this is what they do, okay? This is how they attack Black content creators, specifically conservative Black content creators. They tell you that you're doing the exact opposite of what you're actually doing. So I just want to let's harp on the language that they use. My content is incendiary. Well, what does incendiary mean? Okay, of a device or attack designed to cause fires, or incendiary bomb or device. So they're apparently saying my content is explosive or exciting. It brings excitement. It can excite people or incite people. Demeaning. Okay. Now, obviously, we know these terms. We're educated, but I just want to get a true definition word for word. Causing someone to lose their dignity and the respect of others. Well, I don't see how my content would cause someone to lose respect for others. As a matter of fact, I think it actually makes people respect each other even more. And dare I say, respect humanity. But obviously, YouTube, they don't see it the same way. I have been working on this channel since 2021, I believe. I put in a lot of work. I don't curse on my channel. I specifically refrain from going live because those are the streams where I cursed. So they're saying my content is incendiary. It's demeaning or promoting violence or hatred. How the hell am I promoting violence when I'm literally calling the violence out? I'm literally saying, hey, this is wrong. These super gremlins are on demon time. I'm literally saying, stop Asian hate, stop Asian hate, stop Asian hate, because you have to say it 3 times like Dora the Explorer on Swipe or No Swiping for these super gremlins to listen. So what I continue to do, I continue to call out the violence. So what we're going to do, we're going to revisit a a segment that I like doing. Okay. And they're saying I'm discriminating on the basis of a protected character as well. I am a part of that. Hey, YouTube, I don't know if you guys are watching my videos or see my skin color, but yeah, I'm actually a part of that protected class. So I would definitely like to receive treatment like I am part of that protected class, because I'm obviously being discriminated against. Okay. It's the facts. It's the facts. And it's disheartening. It's upsetting. I don't think I should be treated in this way, because I've done nothing but speak out against the violence. I've done nothing but say, hey, man, we need to stop what is going on in the inner cities and spread awareness to it. But the reason why they have to keep me demonetized is because as long as I'm demonetized, I'm not favored in the algorithm. Yeah, pretty much. As long as I'm demonetized, I'm not favored in the algorithm. So let me show you guys this. They demonetized my other channel, my Red Pill channel, based off of this channel. I mean, this one was heartbreaking. I'm not gonna lie. This one was heartbreaking. It says review our feedback. It's a severe policy violation. A channel associated with your account was flagged for serious violations of our YouTube monetization policies. So they demonetized Reclaim Your Throne because Black Gen Z Mindset was demonetized. That's just like getting a strike on that's just like me getting a strike on Black Gen Z Mindset, and then giving me a strike on Reclaim Your Throne. It doesn't make fucking any sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense, bro. Appeal if we make a mistake. Da 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 da. Fucking bullshit, bro. And yes, in this stream, I'm gonna curse. I'm gonna be real vulgar, and I'm pissed off. Yeah, I'm pissed off. So what we're gonna do is we are going to do a segment called "Why Ain't This Nigga Demonetized?" Okay. So we're gonna go bar for bar, line for line, and we're going to say, hey, why aren't these content creators demonetized? Again, need I remind you, need I bring up a content creator? Q Money. I did a story on this content creator, Q Money. He is a rapper out of Cleveland, Ohio. He's still posting content. Okay. Still getting views, still getting his music played. This man was convicted of murdering his best friend. A person who actually promotes violence. A person who actually in his music, in his lyrics says, kill a nigga, shoot a nigga, fuck a nigga up. I've never said those words, ever. Ever. And, you know, as much as I would like to say, oh, guys, just join the Patreon, join the Patreon. Is that really realistic? No, it's not. People don't want to pay for content. They don't. So, you know, I know all the people that go, oh, just go to Patreon. I'm telling you right now, people do not want to pay for content. And my patrons right now, I salute you. I love you guys. I respect you guys. And y'all know that. Y'all know I love my my subscriber family here. But I'm just saying, I don't want to have to charge. You know, I'll take the donations. I'll take the cash. I'll take the PayPals for sure. But I want to be able to monetize in the traditional way that every other YouTube is monetizing. Q Money, one man. King Von. Go to King Von. I mean, he is deceased, but his music is still monetized. Still monetized. All his content is still being monetized. He is listed by the FBI as a serial killer in Chicago. Not only promotes violence, not only is incendiary, not only is demeaning to other black people, but he's actually murdered other black people and black women, might I add. Yep. He's murdered black women. That's hitting different now, ain't it, YouTube? It's hitting different now. So, I mean, we got, look, YNW Melly just had a mistrial for murdering 2 of his best friends. Still monetized. Just posted a video 2 weeks ago. 100 track featuring SCY, Jim Juice, some shit. I don't know. Still posting. Still posting. Still monetized. Murder on my mind. If that's not incendiary, I don't know what is. If that's not promoting violence, I don't know what is. Murderers on trial, evidence against them in the court of law. They're still monetized. Put in less work than me. I've got over 1,000 videos. He got 170 videos. Still monetized. So I just want to show you guys the hypocrisy of YouTube. As a matter of fact, I actually might break this whole thing down in because I've done a video on it before. I've got video evidence of YouTube monetizing real live murderers. People who have killed other people, people who have taken other people's lives, people who have killed black women, people who have killed other black men. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The standard, the double standard that's being applied across the board. It's disgusting. It really is. All right, let's go to TK. Because TK's content on YouTube, you know, still being monetized. We can talk about that as well. Still being monetized. I mean, and if you guys can think of somebody else, I mean, come on. This is blatant hypocrisy from YouTube. You got black men who are on here promoting murdering other black men. C Blue shot a black police officer in New York City. Remember that? Remember that? Posted video 5 hours ago. It's monetized. 5 hours ago, it's monetized. And he violated his probation. Shot one of New York's finest, a black officer at that. Still monetized. You got OnlyFans whores, monetized. ASMR whores, monetized. I mean, I could go on and on. This is absolutely ridiculous. And YouTube is applying a double standard to content creators that, I mean, somebody is just like, yeah, I don't fuck with this nigga. That's really what it comes down to. There's somebody at that establishment who's just like, yeah, I don't fuck with this guy. I don't fuck with him. And it's sad that it's gotten to this point. It really is. It's sad that it's gotten to this point. But I mean, we've got content creator after content creator after content creator, and they're still being monetized. These are people who really promote violence. Okay? These are people who really promote degeneracy. Join the Patreon, guys. I mean, I'm conflicted as even if I want to post one more YouTube video ever again in my life. That's how strongly I feel about this. And, you know, I did see Fresh and Fit. They got demonetized and whatnot. Dude, you know, I love Fresh and Fit and all that. But, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, I mean, who gives a fuck? You know, respectfully. But to me, it was like, yeah, I mean, who gives a fuck? Y'all got to make millions of dollars. If I never would have been demonetized or I never would have been shadow banned, dude, I mean, my shit would have been up because my shit was going viral. Like, it was at one point, every video was 10K views, 10K views, 10K views. Then they seen that shit. They were like, oh, hell nah. Now, hell, I'm getting the same views I was getting with 1,000 subs. Hell, I'll show you guys. I mean, I usually don't show the back end, but bro, my shit was going up. And then YouTube fucked me. They did some type of goddamn internet voodoo shit. You know, I'm just kidding about the voodoo shit. I don't believe in that shit. But they did some type of algorithmic witchcraft. And now it's like, I mean, I can't, hell, I'd be lucky to hit fucking 10 views. But I just want to show you guys, I mean, this is, these were the views that I was getting. Oh, my bad. Did I kill the screen share? Yeah. These were the videos. And to me, like I said, it's not about views. It's just about the disproportionate, just the disproportionate double standards. Look, 750 views. This is when I had fucking 300 subs. And then, you know, it was back in the day, so the views would be sparse, you know, but 817 views, 2,500 views. I mean, 3,000 views here. And then after that Raji Black stream, I really started consistently hitting a number. And the numbers start to grow when you start seeing it. It starts growing. And then when you look at my analytics, and I'll get into some stories today, guys. But then when you get into my analytics, bro, let's look at the oh my God, let's look at the analytics, because y'all gonna be like, what the fuck? How is this even possible? Because I'm a big data guy, and at some point I just stopped looking at the data. It started, I mean, it didn't make me depressed. I don't really get depressed, but it pissed me off. Like I wanted to go in the gym and hit a punching bag, not hit a actual person, because I'm not promoting violence, even though I've never, ever in my fucking life on this channel promoted violence. Ever. Do you think that I could seriously promote violence on this channel and my subscribers respect me? I mean, seriously, just think about it. Do you think that I could seriously promote violence in my channel? Respect? No. These guys are not stupid in this chat. These guys are not stupid. Crime Clips, Davey Boyd, Rebecca Kaplan, Pike Bishop, Alpha Zoe, AK, Jaeger 1420, Ben Santos, Trash Media Group, product of Cook County, Distant Lights, Boy Cochina. These guys aren't stupid. If I was promoting violence, they wouldn't be here. They simply wouldn't be here. So as you guys can see, how is this possible? I mean, the numbers just don't make no sense. This is the lifespan of the channel. Let me see. Let's see. More metrics, views. Let's see. More metrics, views. I just want to look at the views right now. Bro, oh my God. This is the lifespan of the channel. How does this make sense? This is when I first started the channel. This is like a skewed ass parabola. Are you serious? When you look at the data, we look at the line chart. Let's look at the bar chart. Oh, no. Oh, okay. The bar chart is going by. Well, hold on. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So it's going by individual videos. The bar chart is. So let me go back to the line chart. I mean, how does this make sense? I mean, all my statisticians, does this distribution make any sense? Look at this. Look at how far the outlier views are. And this is current. They're the same as the outlier views from the beginning of my channel in 2021. Are you fucking kidding me? It just makes no mathematical sense at all. See, this is my ascension. And I was growing. This is when YouTube caught on to me around May or around March 2022. They're like, oh shit, this guy's getting too many views. That's when I think I first got demonetized in 2021, actually. And I took a break. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I quit. And then I reapplied for monetization, realized I wasn't going to get monetized again. And then I was like, you know what? Why should I quit if I'm not going to be monetized? I wasn't monetized before I started the channel, so why quit now? I continued the channel. I grew. I had a big blow up in May 2022. After that blow up, a steep decline. Steep decline. Now my view count is the same. I mean, this is obvious channel tampering. I mean, doesn't this make you guys, I know you're not me and you're not the ones who are, you know, creating this type of content, but doesn't that just make you sick that when you see this distribution, the views go, or the channel is growing in subscriber count, but the views go down? They don't want you to see my content. They don't want you to see my content. Wow, man. I mean, so I just wanted to share you guys, you know, my struggles of being a content creator. You know, I'm not trying to make you guys feel sorry for me. I don't feel sorry for myself. I'm pissed. Yes, I'm pissed. I'm angry. I'm upset, but I don't feel sorry for myself. You know, I want to go to the gym and leave it at the gym. Leave it on the punching bag, you know, because they're using me as a punching bag. So I don't know how I'm going to move forward in the way that I do content, because them taking out my Reclaim Your Throne channel, now that was a dagger, because I was actually making money. I mean, I was making money off Black Gen Z. I mean, I was making $2,000 a month with 1,500 subscribers at one point. And like, I was so motivated. Like, I was posting 2 times a day. Like, I loved interacting with you guys, responding to each comment. Now my motivation is lacking. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm going to tell you how I'm feeling. My motivation is lacking. The community doesn't care about this issue, so why the fuck should I? You know, those are the thoughts that come into my head. They are. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm being truthful. But never would I say, oh, yeah, somebody deserves to die. Somebody deserves to be hurt because I'm having a bad day. You know, because I'm having a bad experience on this platform. Never said that. Never would. Never would. Okay? I've never, and let me just keep, let me set the record straight. I, Jenquavius Jackson, have never, ever, and will never, ever promote violence on this channel. Never have promoted violence on this channel. Like I said, I call it out. I say it's wrong. I say, how can we fix this? I say, why is it like this? I say, why isn't anybody doing anything about it? I say, what can we do as a community to stop this? I speak on domestic violence in the Black community. Nobody else speaks on that shit but me. I mean, there are a couple people, you know. I don't curse in my videos. No, my name's not really Jenquavius. It's just a pseudonym. I'm just kidding. It's just a pseudonym. That's not my real name. But yeah, man. He says, I have a question now. Did you pray today? I mean, I prayed in the morning. I don't know what your point is though. But yeah, I mean, it's a very difficult situation. Very difficult situation. But the show must go on. The show must go on. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to delete all my videos on YouTube, honestly, eventually. Upload them all to Patreon. So go over there because by the end of the year, if I can manage to, I do want to transition off of YouTube. Okay. Yeah, Hot Black Desiato says, I definitely want to see more evil African kings. Yeah, and I was holding out on the series because I thought I was going to be able to get monetized again because I reapplied. I thought they were going to monetize me. He says, start an OF. Yeah, I might. He said, I thought they were going to monetize me, but they didn't. And this is something that, you know, I just have to deal with on a personal level. You know, it's not y'all's issue. And I personally don't think that you guys should be punished for issues that are happening on my end. Okay. Because it just wouldn't be fair. All right. But the show must go on. We're going to continue to cover the evil that's going on in the community. We're going to call it out. We're going to chastise it. I'm going to continue to say that these supervillains are on demon time, and I'm not going to promote violence. I'm actually going to condemn the violence, which I do on every single video, on every single upload that I do. She said, do some workout videos. You will get remonetized. No, the other channel that I do is literally workout videos, and they demonetized it because I own this channel as well. So basically YouTube says you have severe community guideline. I mean, it's not even community guideline strikes. You have like severe issues with one channel. We're demonetizing all the channels. So that's what they've done. They demonetized Reclaim Your Throne too, which is my other channel, Reclaim Your Throne. So, and that was, I mean, I wasn't making any money off of that. I was making like $40 a month, honestly. I mean, it was chump change. It was like pizza money for the week. But yeah, the workout channel is called #Reclaim Your Throne. It also was demonetized because they looked at Black Gen Z and then they sent me a demonetized email, and then they immediately, like 5 minutes later, sent me demonetized on Reclaim Your Throne. And I reapplied and all that kind of stuff. I'm just tired of it, honestly. You know, I'm not a crying guy, but I feel strong about this topic. And it's just fucked, honestly. Somebody says you could focus your efforts elsewhere for sure, but I'd still post on YouTube out of pure spite. just to piss them off as much as possible. Yeah, see, here's the issue. Like, I also run an actual business in real life. So Reclaim Your Throne was the last financial incentive I had to post on YouTube, period. So I don't even know what to do, bro. I don't even know what to do, honestly, but I would greatly appreciate you guys' support on Patreon. If I can get to, I have 8 patrons right now. It's $71 a month. And, you know, I appreciate everybody who joined the Patreon. If I can get to, I don't know, I mean, I probably need I probably need 100 patrons, honestly. Then I would be able to, because I pay people to edit my videos. I pay, like, this ain't no, oh, you're just begging for money. No, it's like, it takes money to run this channel. That's what people don't understand. My thumbnails, I do my thumbnails personally, but I do pay people to edit my videos, you know, and that costs money. I probably spend at least, I spend $5 each video. I post 30 times a day. So that's $150. Probably spend like $150, $200 a month on each video. I used to do 2 videos a day, and I was spending about $300 a month. But it made sense because I was getting paid like $2,000 from YouTube, so I was profiting, and I was able to churn out more videos and get more content out. But like, I was posting, y'all remember them days, bro? I was posting 12:30 and 6:30. Like, people were like, damn, Gen Z is him. And I was going live like every other day. But it's obvious that YouTube doesn't want me on this platform. So, I mean, I was working so hard. And then when they demonetized me the first time, I tried to sustain that, but my real life caught up, and then it just, the numbers didn't make sense. I got responsibilities, guys. I got family I'm taking care of. Pretty much the breadwinner in my family. So, you know, a lot of my family are on payroll, and I you know, it's just, it's demoralizing. It's demoralizing. But if I can get to 100 patrons, then I'll say fuck it, and I'll continue to post on YouTube, on every platform that y'all want me to post. If I can get to 100 patrons, and that'll be, let's see, how much am I charging for the Patreon? I think the Patreon's $9.99 a month. Yeah, so the Patreon is $9.99 a month. If I can get to 100 patrons, that'll definitely sustain me, and I'll be able to, I might even be able to get back to posting 2 times a day, honestly, and then going live every day as well. But if I can't do that, then it's just like, you know, I'm probably gonna quit, honestly, respectfully. Love you guys, but I mean, I literally can't do this because the time I put into this channel is worth something. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have to do the videos, then I got to send it off to my editors, then I got to pay them $5 a video to edit it, then I got to make the thumbnails. And by the time I make one video, that's 2 hours out of my day, and then I got to make content for Reclaim, and I try and stack content, so I try and make 2 or 3 videos a day and just like dedicate 2 or 3 days out of the week. But you know, fuck with the Patreon. If we can get the Patreon to 100, I'll say fuck it, and I'll continue to I'll post on YouTube for the rest of my life if we can get to the Patreon up. But you know, it is what it is. If we can't, I'm gonna dedicate 6 months to getting the Patreon to 100 patrons. If we can't do it, then that'll be my wake up call, and then I'll just like completely, I'll just go straight. I'll just like dedicate 100% of my time to like my business, and then maybe I'll start a channel where I teach you guys how to make money, because I definitely, if it's one thing I know how to do, I know how to make money. I know how to start a business. And I'm not one of these like YouTube gurus who ain't got shit to show for it. Like, I actually have real businesses in real life. If you follow me closely on my personal pages, you would see that. So I definitely could provide some value in that way, but I have to make it sustainable. And at this point, it's not sustainable, you know, and I'm young. I have to use my, you know, these years to set something up for myself and my family, you know. I mean, you don't have much time. You never know when you can go out. But anyways, I'll use this 6 month to build the Patreon. If we can't do it, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's no pressure. You know, I just want to let you guys know where I'm at with it, because and I in no way do I want to punish you guys for something that I did or something that YouTube is accusing me of doing, right? But it's I mean, the power that they have is just so strong. Like, the fact that they can go to all my other channels and demonetize them, that kind of scares me, because I have businesses that I use Google AdSense to promote. And if they're like, oh, we know this name and this name is associated with this business, they could kill the algorithm for my business, like my business in real life. And I'm not going to share my business in real life on the channel, but they could literally kill my algorithm for my business, bro, because it's Google. It's Google. It's Google. So, like, I mean, it is kind of scary, because I'm not famous. I'm not popular in any way, right? But man, I mean, I have a business in real life, and obviously I get Google reviews. Obviously, I'm on Google AdSense, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and you know, the social media oligarchs, when they do a sweep, they do a clean sweep. Everybody's on the same accord, and they demonetize. I mean, TikTok demonetized me first, then came YouTube, and you know, Twitter might be the only one that keeps me monetized, but even then, you know, the monetizations on Twitter is not like the monetization on YouTube, respectfully. But like I said, we'll keep going. We'll play it by ear. But I just, if I continue this channel, I know that they're gonna fuck with my business in real life. Like, I've seen people's, and I'm not going to say which platform, but I've seen people get deplatformed from websites that have nothing to do with YouTube, nothing to do with social media. But because the social media oligarchs, all of them work together, they could really just say, you know what, this Black Gen Z guy, yeah, we know he's doing a business in another field, but yeah, let's just fuck him on that one too. Yeah, but it's scary though. It's scary. But anyways, let's get into the topics.
They're there tonight.
We became Michigan's first family of.
I'm fucking up already, guys. Shit. Let me run it back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to turn the AC on because it's getting hot in the cribbo. But I'll read some of you guys' chats. And let me see if anybody got some Rumble rants going. I think somebody sent a donation or something. Let me see. So shout out to Audrey for the $5 PayPal. And then someone else sent a $3 PayPal. So shout out to you guys. Larry, he says you're a good man, sir. Appreciate that, big dog. And Audrey sent the $5 PayPal. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see if we got some Rumble rants going. Okay. So we got some Rumble rants. $5 from Johnny Reb. He says, "Hey Gen Z, not monetized here. Shout out to Rumble." Yeah, that is true. But you didn't vote for Democrats, so you ain't black. Yeah, I am not demonetized on Rumble. I only have 126 followers on Rumble, so like, you know, Rumble's algorithm is kind of weak, honestly. Like, they don't promote their content creators well enough. Like, any new content creator on Rumble should have at least a month of just pure free promo, like 10,000 views each, because how are you going to get people's content to viewers on this platform if you don't promote your viewers or your content creators? And YouTube used to do that. They used to promote new content creators if they were consistent, but nowadays they don't do it anymore. So let's get into the story.
And Dave, we know they all gathered there tonight.
Yeah, this is a tragedy in every sense of the word, Taryn. Here we have a bartender. She's working late Saturday night, closing up shop. She hears a fight going on just outside of the restaurant. She actually had to climb up on a chair to look out the window. And as she does, a stray bullet is fired, hits her, and kills her instantly. A single bullet hole in the window of Sloppy Chops restaurant. Shooting caught on Project Greenlight cameras. A stray bullet finds 30-year-old Alexandria Johnson, a bartender who was closing up Saturday night.
I was there with Alex when this happened. She didn't die by herself.
Monday night, the streets filled with love and support.
Alex was well loved.
All right, so we have another balloon release, another sister in the community murdered. And this is obviously a woman from the LGBT community. Notice how the LGBT community is silent about this. They are saying nothing. But guess who's saying something? Nope. Raise your hand high. Higher. Higher. Me. I'm the only one saying something. Me. So, you know, for all you people who are saying that you care about the LGBT community, yeah, nobody is really giving a fuck like I am. Okay. That's just a reality. Pause. But you have a homosexual female who was killed. She's a bartender. And mum's the word. Nobody's talking about this. Okay. It's ridiculous.
Tells the story, tells her story.
I just wanted to tell her I love her. I love you, Alex.
A love that was shared by many.
Alexandria's smile could literally light up a room. When she stepped into it, she was giving, she was kind, she was loving. She was the epitome of a person that you would strive to be like.
By all accounts, Alexandria was hardworking, happy, and successful.
You allowed her to be the gift for just a little while, but it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. And she gave us quality time.
Yeah, and the preachers, they have a good way of, I mean, I know he's doing his best to rationalize and cope for this situation, but this ain't about, we shouldn't be saying, oh, well, how did this turn into a quality over quantity argument? Like, usually that argument comes when we talking about bitches. Yeah, I mean, I don't fuck, you have a hood nigga, I don't fuck like 200 bitches. Yeah, but they were all like hood rat, fat ass, trash bitches, you know, from the ghetto. Whereas, you know, you have another guy, he say, yeah, you know, I fucked 10 girls and they were all 8, 9s, or 10s. How the fuck did this turn into a quality over quantity argument? Right? This should be about quality of life, the value of life. These preachers need to start teaching black people that life matters. How about we start there? And in your ultimate goal is to prolong your life, not only the life of yourself, but the life of others in your community. That should be your ultimate goal. But we don't do that. As a matter of fact, they say me doing that, get this, is promoting violence. It's promoting hate. That I say the ultimate goal of black people should be prolonging their own lives and then prolonging the lives of others in their community. And they say that I'm inciting violence. Wow, you can't make this shit up.
She's always been a hard worker, whatever job she took. She started working at 14.
She owned her own bartending business, which she was very good at.
And as tragic as her death is,
it helps to know that it's not just her family that's gonna miss her.
We love you,
Shout out to Elevation with a $10 PayPal. I appreciate that. He says, Treason Tube can eat donkey dookie. You are the man. Thanks always, man. Thanks, bro. Thanks, bro. I mean, it's tough. It's tough dealing with this stuff because When YouTube slams a hammer down, there's nobody you can talk to. They say, oh, you're demonetized, and you can't talk to somebody and say, hey, where was I promoting violence? Show me where I was promoting violence. Show me where I was incendiary. Show me where I was this. Show me where I was that. Please tell me how I'm promoting violence. They won't prove it to you. EAE says, Gen Z, don't you realize it's racist to tell us we can't delete each other in peace? Right. Right. I mean, we've gotten to a point where if you do not promote black on black crime as a positive thing, as a do it for the culture thing, you are an enemy to the black community, whereas it should be the opposite. Anyone who's promoting this foolishness should be looked at as an enemy. You know, I advocate for snitching. I advocate for telling on people you know have caught bodies in your communities. Right? And they're saying that promotes violence? How?
Alexandria was a light to the world, and I'm so upset that that light was tragically taken away from us.
And in addition to the death of Alexandria, police tell us that 2 men were actually injured in that shootout. They also say, however, that no arrests have been made in this case. They're asking anyone with information to come forward. Reporting live tonight in Detroit, Dave Spencer on The Edge.
Yes, you have to feel for the family and friends of Alexandria. But, you know, at this point, Dave, do they have any sort of motive of why those individuals were shooting at this restaurant? Who may have been the target?
Yeah, I think they were shooting at each other. That's what's indicative of the videotape that was released. So she was just in simply the wrong place at the wrong time. Should have never happened.
Oh, that's just awful. All right, Dave, thank you for that update.
Yeah.
Wow. So as you guys can see, not many people reporting on this story. This only has 421 views on CBS Detroit. Oh, wow. The light bulb just went in my head. It just went off on my head. I get more views than these news channels. I'm hawking CBS Detroit, honestly. I got 7K subs. They got 12.4K subs, and they can only get 421 views. If I would have posted this video as an individual video on my channel, I would have got 1,000 views overnight. And then they would have stopped it. Like, literally, when I post videos, it'll go up overnight, and then it'll just stop. The growth will just, boom, kaput. Okay, like that video that I posted earlier on the Haitian guy, Eugene Louis Jacques, who killed Beauty Couch or Beauty Couch. Her name is spelled Couch, but I think it's Couch or Couche. I don't want to mispronounce it, but he killed this Instagram model influencer. Okay, he deleted this Instagram model influencer. It got 360 views in 7 hours. It's the 5th most popular video that I posted out of the last 10. Those other videos that I posted have close to over 1K views. And so I think that's why, maybe because the mainstream media channels are getting less views than I am, and I'm just reacting to their videos. But I'm putting a more how do I say, a more analytical view on it. Like, I'm saying, why did this happen? How did this happen? What could have happened? I'm asking all the right questions. Whereas the news is just like, this happened. Here's what the family says. Here's what we think. It should stop. And I'm saying it should stop, and this is how you stop it.
I've lost now my baby girl because of some senseless craziness that went on in the city of Detroit.
Tonight, a mother is planning for her daughter's funeral after a stray bullet hit her late Friday night.
At 7 o'clock this evening, Alexandria Johnson's family and friends will gather outside the restaurant Sloppy Chops on Detroit's west side to honor her. Our Andres Gutierrez spoke with Alexandria's mother ahead of that vigil, and he has the story now from McNichols and Littlefield.
The restaurant plans to remain closed while they grieve the loss of Alexandria Johnson. This act of senseless violence has shattered them and her mother.
People call me or text me. They have no words because they don't understand it either.
On Friday, Charlotte Johnson spoke with her daughter Alexandria to start making plans for both their birthdays in November. But a few hours later, around midnight, Charlotte received a gut-wrenching call that something horrible had happened at her daughter's job.
I just can't wrap my head around what's going on.
While Alexandria was bartending inside Sloppy Chops, Detroit police say a group outside began shooting. The gunfire wounded 2 men and pierced one of the restaurant's windows. That stray bullet, her mom says, hit Alexandria in the head.
Maybe she wasn't your intended target, but you should not have had a gun. You should not have been,
I mean, I'm sorry, Grandma, but trying to rationalize with these super gremlins is crazy. Oh, maybe she wasn't your intended target. Yeah, there shouldn't have been an intended target, period. But I'm promoting the violence. I mean, Grandma is even almost absolving the super gremlins for what they did to her own grandchild. Or the mom. I'm sorry, the mom. She looks like Grandma, but she's a mom. So mom is, I mean, she's almost absolving the super gremlins. Well, I know she wasn't the intended target, but if y'all would have just hit y'all target, I would have been good with it type shit. That's what it sounds like. I know that's not what she's saying, but I mean, her take compared to mine, how the fuck could you say I'm promoting violence? It's absolutely insane.
Trying to solve whatever problems you were having with that pistol and killing somebody else.
Charlotte says her daughter, whom she adopted at 3 months, died doing what she loved. Although the Southfield High grad never went to Bart.
Oh, wow. So this is what she looked like before, I guess she did the big chop and committed wholeheartedly to Dykin, which, I mean, I'm sure she was pulling hella hoes in the bar. She loved being in the bar because, I mean, I ain't even gonna lie. Like the lesbian girls, they have like high social aptitude. Like they're friends with everybody. They're dapping everybody up. They know everybody. But this is a picture of her before I'm not gonna say she transitioned, but before she committed to Dykin. And it's just sad that it's come to this. This was a woman after all. And she was deleted by these super gremlins on demon time.
Attending school, she honed her skills at different restaurants and had plans to start her own business.
She was just outgoing, She attracted people into her life. And
told you, outgoing, attracted people into her life. I'll be on the money with this shit, bro. My analyzations are on point.
Friendships, and they stayed there.
As homicide detectives search for whoever pulled the trigger, Charlotte is making plans for a funeral at Detroit's Unity Baptist Church, where Alexandria was baptized.
It was a horrible way that she passed, and that's going to be with me, for the rest of my life. But hopefully they.
And word to the wise, I have to say this, guys. If the shooting goes down, don't get up and try and look at the window. You don't want to see that. Don't get up and ooh, what's happening? Just like when fights are going down, don't stay to listen to it. Guys, come on. Come on, guys. I mean, we're smarter than that. At least the guys on my channel, we're smarter than that. We're not doing that, man. That was some high school shit where you knew for a fact there were no guns in the school. Nowadays, you don't know that for a fact. But, I mean, come on, guys. This is why she was taken out. Curiosity literally killed the cat. You hear shooting, you look out the window. Just like that. Stay down until the shooting stops and mind your damn business, please. Please.
It will catch the people that cause her injury and cause her death.
Anyone with information is asked to call Detroit police, or you can remain anonymous by calling 1-800-SPEAK-UP. On Detroit's West Side, Anders Gutierrez, CBS News, Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, other guys, 1090 Jake as well. 1090 Jake, you know what I'm saying? He definitely promotes the violence. He glorifies it, glamifies it. And I like his channel. You know, I like him as a content creator. I'm all for free speech. I think you should, you know, believe it or not, I think you should be able to say, hey, you know, you say whatever you want as long as you're not, you know, hurting anybody. But the distribution of discipline is not even. So we were just in Detroit. Now let's go to Atlanta, where a grandmother, another woman, was targeted, and her home was targeted in a shooting. Wow. I told you these super gremlins, specifically young black men, teenage black men, military age black men, if you will, are targeting the elderly. I've said this time and time again. That's not demeaning. It's not, you know, singling out a specific group based off of the demographic. No, it's the truth. It's literally the truth. How many times have I done videos on these super gremlins targeting the elderly? It doesn't happen anywhere else. Nowhere else does this happen but in the community.
An East Atlanta mother, she is badly shaken up. Family members say someone fired dozens of rounds that you see right there, right into her home.
And this is terrifying stuff. This video showing the bullet holes and shattered glass left behind. Atlanta News First Tori Cooper is live at the Atlanta Police headquarters in downtown Atlanta. So, Tori, you spoke to the victim's daughter. This is terrifying.
And Alan, Carla's mother is absolutely horrified over what happened, but Carla's hoping that by sharing her mother's story tonight, it brings her mother some peace of mind.
God is just so real. My niece was in the house with my mom.
Amen.
And those were the only two that were here.
Carla is counting her blessings tonight.
Usually my son is here on the weekends, and his room, there's like a bullet hole, like maybe a couple of inches away from his pillow.
She says early Sunday morning, bullets came just inches away from where her son usually lays his head to sleep at his grandmother's house on Glenwood Avenue. Police say someone fired 45 rounds into her mother's home and took off. Her mom hasn't been home.
45 rounds into the mother's home and took off. All these cameras on the Atlanta streets. I get a ticket every fucking week mailed to my house. I get a goddamn ticket every goddamn week mailed to my house. Driving around in Atlanta. I'm going check it. I'm going 55 and a 45. They sent me a ticket for $95. Are you out of your fucking mind? Are you out of your mind? And they can't find these niggas shooting houses up? Yeah. All right.
Since they shattered the front glass, thank God her door is steel. It's made of steel, so the bullet holes were not able to go through, but her house is completely ruined. From furniture being shot through, pillows, walls, ricochet lamps. Our blinds are messed up. It's pretty much unlivable.
Her mother is 65, a retired employee of the Department of Labor who is well known in the community. And she was just babysitting her granddaughter on Sunday morning when her home came under siege for 4 minutes of nonstop gunfire.
It was just a really scary event. We honestly don't know why our home was targeted.
Atlanta police say they are investigating.
And I feel bad for these sisters because they don't even understand. Yeah, you don't understand why your home specifically was targeted, but they also don't understand that they're causing this by voting the way that they do. Let's keep it a buck. And you know what, guys? I mean, I just got a rush in my spirit, and I'm not trying to be all, you know, I'm not trying to be all like philosophical or preach to a choir, but I felt a rush in my spirit, man. I'm gonna keep doing this shit, bro. I'm gonna keep going hard. I'm actually gonna go harder, man. I might go back to 2021 Jen Quavius and start posting twice a day just to stick it to them, man. As a matter of fact, I want them to ban my channel because I'm just spitting too much fucking truth. You know, I'll be a martyr in that way, right? I'll be a martyr in that way, bro. Because this shit is important, and nobody is highlighting these incidents. Nobody. I'm not gonna say nobody. Y'all, we all know Ak and the homie, you know, a couple other people, but it's really not that many.
But the whole neighborhood is now on edge, knowing no arrest has been made.
I'm pretty freaked out. I was really hoping it was just a firecracker or something.
And Carla just wants answers so that her mother can return back to their family home.
It seems as though people are scared to come forward, but we are asking the public, if you have any information, if you see something, to just say something.
So she's asking the community to snitch. Here's the thing. This is my question. If this was not your kin, if this was not your family, would you keep that same energy? Would you keep that same energy? Most likely not.
And if you do have any information, you can always share an anonymous tip by contacting Crime Stoppers. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta tonight, I'm Tori Cooper, Atlanta News First.
All right, Tori, thank you.
All right, so that was a good report there. Just kind of give you the temperature in Atlanta. And now the police are basically saying that gambling machines are a source of crime. And these gambling machines that are posted up at these gas stations, I think you guys, we're all pretty excuse me, we're all pretty aware of these gambling machines that are posted at gas station. If you're not, you know, just go to any gas station on the corner and oh shoot, I didn't mean to share that page. Go to any gas station on the corner and then you'll see like these little they look like, I don't know, like gambling booths in the back of the gas station, which I've heard are pretty lucrative for those gas station owners. You know, so much so that they're probably bringing in, depending on how many machines they get, they're bringing in close to 10 grand a month off of those machines. So very lucrative to have these gambling machines in your business, but it does cause loitering. It causes crime. You know, people coming in there with money, and what it's supposed to be is you go in there and you're able to gamble and you get store credit for winning money. So, but what the gas station owners are doing, they're just paying them out in cash. They're like, okay, you know, come to the back. You won this much. Okay, we'll pay you that out in cash. So it's very, I mean, it's a very lucrative underground, if you would, black market business that these gas station owners are running. And can you say that that is contributing to the crime? I mean, look, it goes back to blaming inanimate objects for a crime that human beings are doing. And I don't think that's right. So, no, I wouldn't blame the machines. That's just like saying, oh, this ATM is a source of crime in Atlanta. No, niggas just want to rob niggas who are pulling money out of the ATM.
Undercover, a 3-month police sting cracks down on Atlanta gas station crimes. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Alan Devlin. We've covered the dangers customers and employees face before. Atlanta News First Patrick Quinn live tonight in Southwest Atlanta at the Citgo on MLK.
Patrick, officers spent 3 months hiding their identities to try and make the community more safe.
And we have just learned today, Sean, Atlanta police announced that they have arrested 3 people as part of this undercover investigation at this gas station here, as well as a convenience store in Southwest Atlanta. They said gambling inside led to violence, including homicides. I talked with a staff member inside. He said those gambling machines are now gone.
We were able to immediately suspend their licenses for the gambling machines.
Atlanta Deputy Police Chief Timothy Peake alerting city leaders of their...
So I don't think that's fair that you eliminate the licenses. I mean, dude, what are these? Let's keep it a buck. What are these Indian and Asian gas station owners really going to do? What are they really going to do? Okay. I mean, seriously, like they can't do much. There's not much room there. What are they going to do? They're going to say, hey, Super Gremlins, chill out. Are you serious? No, I mean, they're getting ran out of their own damn stores. So you can't really blame them. I don't think it's fair to take their license just because, yeah, maybe they should hire security. But, geez, man. I mean, this just goes to show, man, the community, they just come in, they're ruining everything. Because that shit is a hustle. I ain't gonna lie. They're making bank.
Undercover investigation at the Citgo in Adamsville and a convenience store at 12 Atlanta Avenue near Summerhill. Peake said his officers, in disguise, gambled, then received illegal payouts, which fast-tracked sanctions to the business tenants.
So, like I said, the illegal payouts are when they're really supposed to get store credit for the gambling earnings that they win, but the gas station owners, it's a known hustle. They pay them out cash. It's a known hustle. So, that's illegal, I guess. And they're pulling their licenses for that. But even then, you still can't say that's a cause of the violence. It's just wild to me.
But it wasn't so much what the machine spit out, but what the problems they brought in that concerned police most.
Gambling machines are what's bringing people there, and based off of what's happening, we've seen those escalating disputes. Some of them are gunfire, some of them have been homicide.
Peake said Georgia Lottery also stopped these businesses from being able to sell lottery tickets. This comes a year after Atlanta City Council member Andrea Boone pushed to shut down the Citgo altogether due to repeated shootings, robberies, and carjackings.
So they want to shut down the whole gas station. It's not just the gambling machines. So interesting here. Interesting.
A lot of broken promises from the tenants at 3657 MLK Junior Drive.
This is just the...
And it is on MLK Drive, so we know MLK Drive is notoriously dangerous in every single state. There's no state where... Actually, there might be one city where you might have a decent MLK Drive, but most MLK Drives are crime-ridden, and that's a fact.
The latest push to make gas stations safer. Earlier this month, the Atlanta City Council passed an initiative to require high-quality surveillance cameras at gas stations.
I have seen less crime in this area in the last year.
Next door, restaurant owner Cynthia Douglas said she's seeing improvements. There's more work to be done.
If we had more patrol in this area, I think that some things can be more calmer than there are.
And Deputy Police Chief Timothy Peake, who you just heard from, he said that the business tenants here, they could face fines of up to $50,000. He says these two locations have just been a thorn in the side of Atlanta police. He says they've tried to work with them. He's hoping that this will help in the long-term goal of making this community here in Southwest Atlanta safer. From Southwest Atlanta, Patrick Quinn, Atlanta News First.
All right, Patrick, we have to wait.
So that's what's going on in Atlanta. I want to transition. Davey Boy, he says, where can I send a PayPal donation? Is there a specific link or something? Yeah, link is in the description, bro. So just click the description box and then you'll see the link to the PayPal. Yeah, but that's pretty much the gist of what's going on in Atlanta. I want to move to Chicago now. Okay? I want to move to Chicago because there are some wild things going on in Chicago. Apparently, there was a shooting during a White Sox game, of all places, which, how'd you get the strap in the White Sox game? So we'll break that down.
Chicago police, I'm told, held a high-level meeting today that lasted for several hours in which they reviewed all the video, all the evidence, and all the witnesses' statements, but investigators don't appear to be any closer to solving this case. One source telling me police are now even reconsidering the possibility that the bullets may have come from outside the ballpark.
Wow, that's insane. So they're investigating a shooting, can't find the suspects, and now they're speculating that the shooting could have happened from outside the ballpark. Chicago is extremely dangerous, and you can lose your life anywhere. But Mayor Brandon Johnson, he's got your back, right? Or at least that's what we thought. But we were wrong again. He is extremely soft on crime. He doesn't want to call criminals criminal. He wants to call them, I don't know. What did he say? He said they're young students, young scholars who just need some help.
We're learning new information tonight about the victims of the mysterious shooting at last Friday's White Sox game. The video from the left field bleachers shows where a 42-year-old woman was sitting when she was shot in the right thigh. But we've now learned two other victims, one 26 who was grazed in the stomach, and her 31-year-old friend who was nicked in the back, were sitting a few rows in front to the right. Both were CPS teachers at Graham Elementary School who were celebrating the end of the first week of school with a group of 30 or so colleagues at the game.
Wow.
The 31-year-old said she heard two popping sounds and felt a pinch in her back, and then a woman behind her scream. When she looked down, she found this bullet.
Wow, imagine that. Okay, now let's see. Representation. So can we please stop with the systematic white supremacy? I mean, at this point, niggas is causing the problems. Niggas is the one shooting. Niggas is the one passing the legislation. Niggas is the one who's letting other super gremlins off of crimes. I mean, at this point, we're causing the problem, and we are likely puppets, not even unlikely puppets. We're likely puppets in the game to destroy our own selves. And it's really sad. It's a sad thing to see because, I mean, you got these guys and they think they're doing the right thing. Oh my God. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I mean, these guys make all black men look incompetent. It's truly embarrassing. The crime issue is not hard to solve. It's so fucking easy. It's so fucking easy. Dude, I could solve it overnight. The thing that solves the crime issue are consequences. It's that simple. Consequences. Strict, stiff, unwavering, mandatory, right? Mandatory consequences. But I'm promoting violence.
Looking at every avenue, is still under investigation. Something from inside, it could have happened that way. But we're looking at every avenue, exploring every lead and everything that we get. We're exploring it.
Law enforcement experts say the way the 42-year-old was wounded, the bullet striking her right thigh and continuing down into her calf, suggests a self-inflicted gunshot wound. But a police source says that woman's clothing tested negative for gunshot residue. And White Sox sources say video from a gate screening area shows that woman did not set off the metal detectors. A person in front of her did with a cell phone. Also worth noting, the mayor and superintendent took questions for barely 3 minutes on Monday before the mayor ushered the superintendent away.
Wow. You see that? They took questions for barely 3 minutes. I would actually want to see that press conference. Let me see if I can find it. White Sox shooting press conference. Superintendent. All right. Let's see if we can find that. He says, oh, wow. It's a headline. Chicago mayor pulls top cop from mic during questioning over White Sox game shooting. Wow, this is disgusting. This is disgusting.
Now, Chicago police issued a statement this afternoon saying that their investigation is still active and ongoing and that updates will be provided as they become available. Judy.
Watch. And this is almost like the shooting that happened outside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium during the SEC championship weekend in 2022 or 2020 or early 2023. I'm going to read some of y'all's comments. One honor said he called them large gatherings. Yeah, and y'all know how I feel about large gatherings of people in the community. Absolutely unacceptable. Distance Light says it starts with actual punishments. Yep. Repeat offenders get harsher sentences. Yep. EAE says the crime issue is white supremacy, according to the Honorable Tariq Allah Nasheed. Yep. Cyrus Cherry says all these black leaders look like they represent the NAACP. None act like they are modern leaders for everyone, right? Product of Cook County, and this is a Chicago resident, says, let me clear something up. That stadium is not in the hood. This is a nice area, and the place is clean, but this is fucking unacceptable. Yeah, Unacceptable. Caesar D says you're absolutely correct. The only way to correct this foolishness is stiff jail for criminals. Yep. Product of Cook County says we need open carry in Illinois. And here's the thing. You can even keep the jails. I mean, I'm not saying that the jails are fun, obviously, but I mean, hell, them niggas on TikTok make jail look fun. They got their phones, they got their iPads. I mean, you can even, as long as them niggas are behind bars, then I'm cool with it. Now, I'm not saying make it a damn carnival, but hell, you know, you give them a damn smartphone and they can, you know, get nudes from bitches and they're content with that. And, you know, it keeps them lulled. It keeps them, you know, subdued. Then hell, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. But they can't be on the streets. They just can't. It can't happen. We can't allow it. We can't. Otherwise, it's going to be the death of all of us. Oh, so you hear the media.
Chicago's interim police superintendent pulled from the mic by the mayor while answering questions about gunfire at Sox Park Friday night.
So tonight we're learning that a Chicago public school teacher is at the center of that investigation. Natalie is standing by. She's got the latest.
Right. A press conference about the shooting today lasted only 6 minutes. It was abruptly ended as reporters asked interim superintendent Fred Waller about the teacher who was injured in the shooting. And Chicago Public Schools confirm a CPS teacher was indeed.
Wow. So you have a Chicago public school teacher. The odds of that. What are the odds of that? A Chicago public school teacher, of all people, a state employee, shot, and you have this man, Brandon Johnson, usher his top cop off the stage. And wow, man, this is, I mean, what is it? He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He wants it to continue. This guy makes, I mean, you're just giving black men a bad name when it comes to leadership. Okay? Guys, I know some capable black men who could solve this issue overnight. Some guys who hate seeing this crime in our community. Why are these guys the ones who are propped up and put in these positions? Shout out to Silent Creek with the $20 Cash App. He says, you're doing a great service for the community. Thank you, brother. Why are these guys propped up and put into position? Shout out to somebody just sent a $5 PayPal. Shout out to Doug, $5 PayPal. He says, keep grinding, young brother. Caesar D in the comment section. Shout out Caesar D. I mean, he's really, and I don't want to say we're incapable of leadership, but whoever they're putting in there are incapable of leadership, and they just so happen to be black faces. And they're pulling the worst black faces, man. They're pulling the worst. They're just making us look like incompetent leaders, and it sucks, bro. It sucks. Like, look at LaToya Contrail, Andre Dickens, even though Andre Dickens is pretty quiet now. He was loud in the beginning. He thought he was going to solve the crime issue. You're not, nigga. You ain't finna solve shit. They said, shut the fuck up, eat your butter biscuits, and be happy, big dog. And I think that he might have even had a comprehensive plan to do it. I think he may have presented it, and he just couldn't get it done because he doesn't have control over the courts. He don't have control over the courts because out of any of the black leaders that we've had, I think Andre Dickens had the best intentions. I genuinely believe that because he was there when Grayson Matthew, the young, I mean, it was an infant who was shot and killed by a stray bullet who got caught between a shootout by two super gremlins. He was pulling up to these shootings. He cared. I think he does care. But I think that his hands are tied, you know, and he doesn't look as incompetent as just apathetic at this point because he hasn't really, I mean, he did push the midnight basketball shit, which was a disaster. Black men were killed behind that midnight basketball shit, and that's a fact. But he, you know, Andre Dickens, out of all the black leaders, that we have, I think he had the best intentions. I think he genuinely wanted to solve the crime issue. And I think he just didn't have the legislators, to go with what he was trying to do. I don't think he had the district attorney, obviously, in Fulton County, Fannie Willis. I mean, she went after YSL, but is she really going after anybody else? No. And yeah, I mean, she went after Trump and YSL. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you going after Trump? But anyways, but she went after YSL, and yes, we commended her for going after YSL. But I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Young Thug is probably gonna get off at this point. I mean, the trial is just being prolonged, and all this shit that's going on. It's just so much confusion. He'll probably get time served and be out before you know it. So, and Fannie Willis, she's known for fucking with Thug Max Alpha Simps. She's known for having sex with Thug Max Alpha Simps, going to the club, partying. So she has a direct incentive not to solve this issue, or at least prosecute to the fullest extent of the law.
Shot at Friday night's Sox game. 2 women suffered injuries. Many are wondering how a gun got past metal detectors into the stadium, as police say they've almost certainly ruled out a flying bullet from outside the rate.
It's coming from outside is something that we've almost completely dispelled, but we're still looking at every avenue. It's still under investigation. Something from inside, it could have happened that way, but we're looking at every avenue.
The shooting happened in the 4th inning, and despite not knowing where the bullet came from, Sox top brass opted against stopping the game. Police saying they did not believe safety was at risk, and still tonight, no one is saying who brought a gun into that park. Scott?
Wow. So, let's see. We got another report on this. Oh, so I think this is the full press conference. So let's check this out. And yes, guys, I know the audio is only coming out of the right analog, so it's not me, it's them.
Let me just first of all say thank you for being here today. This is obviously a celebration. Congratulations to all of our new officers and those who are promoted, our lieutenants and sergeants and our detectives. It's a clear demonstration of who we are as a city as we continue to build for a better, stronger, safer Chicago, making sure that we have individuals who are prepared and supported to serve the city on the front lines. Thank you to all the families who are dedicated, to the people who are going to serve on our front lines, and all of the love and the support that they provide. With that, we'll take questions.
Yeah, can you tell us, when were you informed about the shooting incident at Sox Park on Friday night? And were you part of discussions about whether the game should have been canceled? And was it the right decision to play out?
So I was informed Friday evening that there was a shooting. Obviously, this is an ongoing investigation. And the Chicago Police Department has done a remarkable job of gathering all the evidence. And as more information becomes available, that information will be reported.
Shout out to Barbara. She says, keep faith with the $10 PayPal. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to need it. I actually got a update from YouTube, so I'll read that here shortly.
Oh, say less. You believe the game should have been canceled? Ryan McDermott apparently wanted the game canceled.
Well, as I understand that there wasn't a clear indication of where the shot actually came from. And again, it's under investigation still.
So it's definitely hard to hear anything, and I do apologize for their shitty audio.
Hold on a second.
So she's asking if the shots were from the outside or inside. She's asking if the shots were from the outside or inside.
It's still under investigation. We're dispelling a lot of things. It's coming from outside is something that we've almost completely dispelled, but we're still looking at every avenue. It's still under investigation. something from inside. It could have happened that way, but we're looking at every avenue, exploring every lead and everything that we get. We're exploring that. Why the game continued? Because initially no one knew that anyone was shot. We didn't have an indication. No one flared up, no flare from a weapon, none of that. So we didn't know she was shot until the paramedics gave us the information that she was shot. Well, at one point in time, it was requested as a precaution, but we had no active shooter information, no flare up, as I said, from a weapon. So we didn't have all of the information. So as we were gathering more information, the game continued, and then very quickly the game ended. We made that request initially because we did not know what was going on. We had reports of people being shot at Sox Park, but that wasn't confirmed. So we allowed the game to continue, not to create a panic.
And I mean, if there was an active shooter and that miscommunication would have went in the wrong direction, this could have been a very different situation. So he wants to answer more. Look, he wants to answer more. He's hearing some questions that are good questions that he wants to address. Watch the mayor. They bring your ass over here, little nigga. So you see it there. Man, that's just, oh man. Wow. Y'all voted for this? Damn. Y'all voted for this? Ooh, I can't believe it. Y'all, I mean, how could you even vote for this man? Jesus Christ. Man, we're just completely sold. We're just completely sold on just voting Democrat blindly. It's kind of scary. Wow, I mean, it's insane.
The White Sox game is still developing after 3 days.
WD and Sean Lewis live at Guaranteed Rate Field, where there are still more questions than answers. Sean.
Yeah, Micah and Ray, CPD's interim superintendent today, confirmed that they believe it is likely that gun was fired from inside of Sox Park during Friday night's game. That one answer, though, opens up a whole other set of questions that tonight remain officially unanswered. Looking at this video released by the White Sox from Friday night's game, it's pretty hard to tell that anything is happening in the bleachers until you take this closer look, when several people jump in to help the 42-year-old woman who was shot in the leg and the 26-year-old woman who was grazed by a bullet. What is clear, that is, if a gun was fired close by, few people actually heard it.
We're dispelling a lot of things.
Today, after more than 250 new Chicago cops were sworn in, interim superintendent Fred Waller confirmed that the shot most likely came from inside of the park. But how a gun got past metal detectors at the gate remains unclear.
Something from inside, it could have happened that way, but we're looking at every avenue, exploring every lead.
A source telling WGN that investigators are now looking into several theories into the possibility that the gun may have belonged to the person in the stands and that it accidentally discharged. Investigators have not found the weapon despite a search of the seating area, according to a source. One shell casing was recovered at the scene and is right now being analyzed.
There's kind of randomness of it, right? It's this kind of crazy randomness that it'd be nice to have some kind of closure to understand how this happened, because every scenario somebody comes up with seems crazy, but something happened. So we got to figure that out.
Sources telling WGN that White Sox officials scanned security video showing both women entering the park on Friday night. That source says neither of them set off the metal detectors.
We don't want to jump ahead of ourselves, but from what I've heard, it sounds like it might have been a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Former CPD Superintendent Eddie Johnson says
this may come down to a risky accident.
So if I'm the White Sox, I'm looking at the video where the ticket was scanned, which gate did she come through. I'm looking at that magnetometer. If in fact she did go through one, I'm pretty sure she did. I'd be looking at all those things to make sure or ensure that it doesn't happen again.
Also on Friday night, you might remember that Vanilla Ice and Tone Loc were scheduled to perform after Friday night's game. That concert was canceled. Fans at the time told it was a technical issue that they needed to sort out. Over the weekend, the White Sox confirmed that they wanted to get everyone out of the ballpark, get all of the lights on so CPD could get in and get their investigation underway as soon as possible. As the latest here, live tonight in Bridgeport, Sean Lewis, WGN News.
Wow. Just ridiculous. So, guys, YouTube did update me on my Reclaim Your Throne channel. So I just want to show you guys. Showing you the back end. So they say, thanks for reaching out to us about your issue. I understand that you are having issues regarding your monetization, and I know that this is really important for you as a content creator. So I'll do my best to assist and inform you of the next steps you can take. Just to set your expectation first, there is a separate team that reviews the channel's monetization, and I am not part of that team. So you can't do anything for me, apparently. So I cannot directly influence the decision that was made. But as I see here on my end that you really want this to be checked again, then I'll do my best to raise your issue again to our internal team for another review. I just want to let you know that I cannot guarantee that it will be successful, but I will try my best to raise your issue and reason to the internal team. Okay. I escalated your issue to our internal team for review and expect to hear back within a couple days. I'll get back to you with an update as I have more to share. Feel free to reach back if you have other concerns for now. So like I said, I mean, this is their response. I mean, you know, shout out to Rye on Google's YouTube team, but pretty weak response in my opinion. You know, they're saying I'm promoting violence. They're saying I'm promoting hate and discrimination. I'm actually trying to help. I'm actually promoting stopping the violence. And if you can't you can literally see that by watching one video. There's no way that you watch one video and say, this guy's promoting violence. If I was promoting violence, why didn't y'all just fucking ban me altogether? Because, I mean, so what do I do, guys? How should I respond? Let's write this together, actually. Let's write this together. So, guys, put in the chat what I should respond. I'm going to start off by saying thank you. Thank you, Rye, for your quick response to the issue raised about my monetization for the channel. Hashtag Reclaim Your Throne. This isn't even for my monetization for Black Gen Z Mindset. This is for a channel that has nothing to do with black on black crime. It has nothing to, it's a fitness and dating channel. Has nothing to do with crime. Don't curse in that channel either. So guys, help me write this. All right. So I said, thank you, Rye, for your quick response to this issue raised about my monetization for the channel Reclaim Your Throne. First off, hold on. Want to start off by saying that this channel was demonetized based off of another channel that I own. However, they have no correlation and are about different topics. Even though I don't believe my other channel should have been demonetized. Keep spelling demonetized wrong. Well, I'm sorry, I'm getting called. All right, so even though I don't believe my other channel should have been demonetized, demonetizing this channel based off of another channel that I applied for monetization for is unfair in my opinion. All right, what's the next bar? I'm trying to promote healthy living and advice to those in need. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I'm promoting healthy living and advice to those in need on this channel. And which should be something that is welcomed from YouTube and Google alike. Ooh, that was a bar. He said, say it's racism, man. Yeah, shouldn't I? Oh yeah, I'll throw it in there. This is one of many times I've seen Black content creators on this platform unjustly singled out when there are many other content creators who've done far worse than I have and are still with the partnership program. Give me 1 second. I got to take a quick break. I'll be right back. I got to turn this AC off and use the bathroom. But we'll finish this email shortly. Just give me one brief moment.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Medgar Evers, and it's a very tranquil scene compared to just a couple hours ago where a drive-by shooting just took place. Excuse me. I'm getting live updates as we speak. I've just been updated to the amount of casualties from this drive-by shooting, and I'm getting reports that 2 people were actually declared deceased and 27 others were shot and injured but are in stable condition. And although we must pray for the families of the fallen, we must also praise God for the aim of the super gremlin. If you want to know more about the victims of this crime, make sure you add BGZM News 17 on Patreon at www.patreon.com/blackgenzmindset. Also, don't forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and comment on the video to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this gun violence in the streets. For more hard-hitting news coverage from the community, by the community, I'm Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
And cut.
All right, dog. Let's get the out of here before these niggas come back.
Whoa. Yo. Ain't that nigga J?
Nah, that ain't me. That ain't me.
He just went live
That
with
ain't
that
me.
funky ass suit on.
That's that nigga. That's not me.
Hey, get that nigga.
Janquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia. Pray for me.
All right, so here we are. Should I start naming people? All right, somebody says, oh yeah, maybe point out some rappers you mentioned earlier. Yeah, oh, right. The channel that got me demonetized is Black Gen Z Mindset. I will attach a link below. On this channel, I cover inner city crimes and chastise and admonish the perpetrators. Oop, spelled it wrong. Of said crimes. Yet YouTube's reasoning for demonetizing the channel was that I was promoting crime, promoting violence, which I have never done and will never do. I am a peaceful man and advocate for peace and fairness to all, no matter what demographic. All right. He said, I'd lean deep into the black card. White guilt may be your only hope. Yeah, that might be it. A specific egregious example would be Who I Smoke by Spin and Bins. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Anyways, well, let me link my channel before I forget. Yep. Anyways, below, I will reference some content creators who actually promote violence and are still a part of the partnership program and have never been shadow banned, which I know is a real thing. Please don't try to deny it in this email thread, because God is watching. All right. So all right, so let's see. Content creators who actually promote violence on YouTube. All right, so he says Spin a Bins, and I want to link their channels too, just so they don't know I'm fucking bullshitting. Spin a Bins, Who I Smoke. Yeah, I mean, that's a fucking great example. Spin a Bins, Who I Smoke. And let's see if this guy has a fucking retort for this. And then I'll just give a brief synopsis. This song clearly promotes violence and even makes fun of deceased Black men who were slain by gun violence. YNW Melly, still a part of the partnership program, on trial for murder. Are you fucking kidding me? Isn't that crazy? This nigga is a part of the partnership program, and he's still getting monetized. Literally on trial for murdering his two best friends, still a part of the partnership program. Who's some other? Oh, Q Money. Q Money. Also murdered his best friend. Isn't that fucking ridiculous? I mean, I could go on and on. Also murdered his best friend. Still monetized on YouTube. Who's that North Carolina rapper? Something 9. Who's that nigga again? Remember we did a story on that nigga? He from North Carolina. He killed a 9-year-old boy. Or Trey something. 9-year-old. Let me see if I can find it in my videos. Yeah, Lil Tony. Lil Tony. 97 or 9197. Yep. I don't know if he's part of the partnership program though. But anyways, killed a 9-year-old boy. He's on YouTube. Fuck it, I'll add him. Lil Tony. At Lil Tony 9197. Murdered a 9-year-old and still on YouTube partnership program. I mean, I go on and on. Let's see what you guys are saying. He said, look at Roland Martin promoting racism and hatred towards Glider on the daily. Actually, delete that previous sentence and write black and LGBT. If you align yourself with LGBT, then you'll definitely get monetized back. I'm dead. Who I Smoke has 42 million views, right? Fight them with their own game. Tell them you are transitioning as a trans. Nah. Add LGBT to the response and lean into that. Be like, I planned on coming out on my channel this week, but I'm not going to do it if it can't be monetized. Oh God, I can't go that far, guys. I can't claim to be a, because then they're gonna be like, okay, send us a video of you sucking. No, I'm just kidding. Let them believe you are a black woman, right? I'm actually a trans man. Hold on, my camera is. He said, you could write a list for that boy, Zelda Zoe, slain by gun violence instead of slain by Super Gremlins LMAO. If you smoke someone, they'll allow you back on. Yeah, I just need to catch a body. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. I'm telling you, lean into the LGBT thing. It will be reversed. Also, lean into trans. No one wants to be seen as anti-trans. They don't know your personal history. You could have been born a woman. I'm dead. AK says, if BGZ gets these super gremlins demonetized, that would be hilarious. Oh, yeah, Glock 9. Oh, yeah, Glock 9. Glock 9. Yep, he's in prison now, demonetized. He's monetized still. Yep, let's just keep it going. Okay. In prison. He's in federal prison right now. Federal prison as we speak. I think he's on assault and possibly murder charges. Who else caught a body? What's the nigga's name? Hot Boy. Hot Boy. I mean, these are guys who literally, and I like Hot Boy's music, but these are guys who literally, sorry. I mean, these are guys who literally promote violence. Hot Boy. literally promotes violence in every song, still monetized. I'm gonna throw 1090 Jake in there too. I'm snitching today. I'm gonna throw 1090 Jake in there too. This guy, 1090 Jake, literally does the exact same thing as I do, except he actually glorifies and doesn't condemn the violence. He advocates for no snitching and exposes people who worked or are currently working with law enforcement to keep the streets clean. He literally does that. Like I'm not making shit up. He literally does that. He said change your name to that now. They support that kind of violence. It's condemnation of some violence that they hate. God is with you, Gen Z, if all else fails. 1090 Jake doesn't use news clips. I don't think it. I mean, it really doesn't matter if he. No, he does use news clips. What are you talking about? But even if he doesn't use news clips, it doesn't matter. They demonetize me because they're saying I'm promoting violence when all I do is react to news clips and say, hey, don't do that. Hey, this was bad. Hey, how can we solve this problem? These are multiple examples of individuals who have egregious, sorry, I spelled it wrong, offenses when it comes to the promotion of violence on this platform, yet their monetization is thriving. How should I conclude it? How should I conclude it? Let me know how I should conclude it, guys. Give me a conclusion, and then I'll probably just end the stream after this, or maybe we'll hit some more topics. But man, this joint is pissing me off. Okay. For these reasons alone, it's an obvious sign that the partnership program is not only unfair and unjust with the way they deliver their decisions, I guess. Sign that the partnership program is not only unfair and unjust with the way they deliver their decisions, but is also not against promoting violence, as long as there is a slapping beat behind it, right? Whereas I have never promoted violence, and I even go as far as condemning the violence at every chance that I get. Okay, let's see. With that being said, I believe Both of my channels deserve a review and view and full admission back into the partnership program. I hope that you can see my point of view and come to the right decision. And to the associated channel that got me demonetized. All right. So I think that's pretty good. He said EAE says he's typing all that and all they'll do is view him as a combative black man who likes to talk back. All he had to do is say I'm transitioning and monetization would be back ASAP. They get upset when they see these long paragraphs. I don't know. But I'll add one more creator in there, C Blue, because he shot a cop. Blue. Oh, who's that nigga who just got arrested in New York? Who caught bodies? Y'all remember I did that story on? Was it a gorilla nigga or some shit? Was he named Gorilla something, or he led a gang called Gorilla? No, because that was what's that boy's name? Casanova. Not Casanova, but then there was another nigga, another New York nigga. Hold up. Let me search it on my channel real quick. Let me add C Blue though real quick. Hold up. C Blue. Literally shot a police officer and waves guns in the camera. And then what's that guy's name? New York gang. It was a gang indictment recent. Oh yeah, Sleepy Hollow. Chef G and Sleepy Hollow. Chef G. What the hell? Yeah, Chef G. Chef G literally was arrested in Brooklyn gang bust where he was alleged to had called hits on people. And if you don't know what that means, it's a direct order from a gang leader to murder another, presumably black male. Now I'll do the same thing for Sleepy Hollow. All right, and I think that'll be good. I do all them. Hello. His music is still monetized to this day. Literally. Like, are you fucking kidding me? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, bro. I literally don't make it no sense. It doesn't make any sense. I can't make sense of it. Oh shit. Is my keyboard messing up now? All right, so we got a good list. Let's see what the chat's saying. He said at least leave hints towards the LGBT so that you can use it in the second reply and it won't look like you made it up out of thin air. This nigga want me to be gay so bad. I can't do the LGBT thing, bro. I can only lean on, you know, what I actually can stand on, because I can't stand on that LGBT shit. I ain't gonna lie. I can't stand on it. All right. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I sent them a list of people who actually promote violence. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm good with that. I'm gonna send it through. Let's see what they reply with. Usually they reply pretty quick. I ain't even gonna cap. Within a couple hours. Let's see what the guy says. Rye. But yeah, thanks guys for helping me write that. Oh, Johnny Reb sending more Rumble ramps. He says, do your Rumble content on locals. I prefer to support not on Patreon because I don't trust them. They have burned creators before. That's true. Heard a pop, then the bullet hit. Unlikely to be from outside. You can't hear it outside the stadium. Was the gun a 3D print gun? Yeah, that is possible. And he's talking about the shooting at the White Sox game. So I guess we'll conclude with a Chicago story. We have the Chicago mayor suing Kia, the Kia companies, for the ease, and he's suing Kia and Hyundai for how easy it is to steal them when he should be suing these super gremlins on demon time.
We make light of this, but it does make you think, who is coming up with this stuff? Jenna Caldwell, Fox News political analyst, Out Loud with Gianna Caldwell, great podcast host, great friend. Jenna, you can't make this stuff up, but sign me up for that. If I can chase down all these guys who make all the delicious food so tempting for me, I think we got something here. What do you make of this?
I mean, I think that it's a misdirection from the mayor. We've seen since he's been in office, he definitely has a heart for criminals, which is something you wouldn't assume mayors of a major city would have, but he has a heart for criminals, and he allowed them to continue in their criminality. Instead of saying, we're gonna get tougher on crime, which is what he should be saying, he said, no, we're gonna blame the car manufacturers so we can say that we're actually doing something about crime, when in actuality, you are not. What you should be doing is blasting Kim Foxx for not prosecuting crime within your city when you have your police officers who are working diligently, in many cases making arrests, and in a lot of cases aren't sticking, or the people are just walking out to go commit more crimes. And I think what we're seeing in places like New York and Los Angeles, where they're also taking up these particular court cases, is them again attempting as a collective to say, oh, we're really going to do something about the crime, when they're really not. And we see also with the migrant crisis that are descending upon our cities, that is also causing an uptick in crime in these particular areas, and residents have been pushing back on that as well, Neil. So this is another set of circumstances where I think the House Judiciary Committee, who's going to be holding a hearing in September, just next month, on a field hearing on violent crime in Chicago, this is another instance where they can raise an issue of retail theft, car theft, and what the city isn't doing about it.
You know, Jenna, it'd be one thing if Kia and Hyundai cars were disproportionately the ones stolen. And the mayor, I might even make a stretch, or you might have a point about it, but they're not. But then to sort of blame them for being popular enough to get stolen because they're presumably easy enough to get stolen, that's a pretty slippery slope right there.
It's a slippery slope, but it's the only one that they can market at this particular time. If you're not going to do anything about the real crisis, which there is a crime crisis, you got people who are dying daily in the streets of Chicago. They're being murdered. You got criminals who can't be pursued under the last administration because of the no chase policy. So if you had a criminal who's evading the law in one of these Hondas, they got to call their supervisor under that previous administration to get permission to pursue that criminal. At that particular point, the criminal has already gotten away. So, you know, it just doesn't make sense. And a lot of people are scratching their heads that how could things become worse under this mayor? And I think he already set it up for us before the election. We had a guy named Paul Ballas who was a tough on crime guy, and another guy who said we shouldn't be demonizing criminals.
Yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah, once that the best defense is a good offense. Jono, always good seeing you, my friend. Thank you very much.
All right, so obviously the mayor is on the side of the criminals, and he's suing the car manufacturers instead of doing something about the crime. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't even know what to make of it. But guys, I appreciate you on listening to me vent about YouTube's unjust, the unjust ways in which they determine monetization. Shout out to Laura Bailey. She says, I believe you'll win your appeal. Yeah, God willing. God willing, both of my channels will be remonetized. And dude, if that happens, I promise you guys, I'm going to go so hard. I'm going to go so hard. I mean, I already committed to going hard without the monetization, which I will. But I have 6 months. I'm going to go super hard for 6 months to work up to the getting the Patreon more built. And then if I can't, you know, make it sustainable, then we'll come back to the round table and kind of discuss further on the direction of this channel. But I want to continue to do this content, and I want to continue to have incentive to do this content, and I want to enjoy it. Like, I don't want to have to get on here and be like, oh shit, what is YouTube going to do next? Are they going to let this video breathe, or are they going to shut it down? Because I really be breaking news, no cap. But this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, it's absolutely ridiculous. And the reality is, I mean, literally, I'll have people come in my DMs, like the families of the victims. They'll come in my DMs and they'll be like, bro, like, you're doing such a service, and, you know, nobody else is talking about this. You know, you were really respectful in discussing, you know, my family member, my brother, my sister, whatever. You know, and I mean, I get people who show me love and who are like, man, you know, you're doing the Lord's work, whatever. And it's just like, damn, they really think that I'm promoting violence. How do you extrapolate from a channel that literally speaks against violence that I'm promoting violence? It's absolutely insane. It's so crazy. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. Shout out to Fax and Do from Twitch. Okay, got somebody on Twitch supporting the movement. They posted a verse, and we'll read this, and then we'll conclude with this verse. Okay, with this scripture. Psalms 1:1-2. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the advice of the wicked, nor does he stand in the way of sinners, nor does he sit in the assembly of mockers. 2, instead, in the law of Yahweh is his delight, and on his law he meditates day and night. Appreciate you guys for joining the channel. Appreciate you guys for that heartwarming verse. Really needed that to uplift my spirits. We are fighting a spiritual battle now, guys. We are fighting a battle of information, a battle of spirituality, and, you know, an overall battle for the truth and righteousness. And I will continue to be a conduit towards that until they take me out completely. So anyways, you already know what it is. It's the Black Gen Z Mindset, aka BGZM News 17, aka Jenquavius Jackson. And we are going to send it to Jenquavius Jackson to take us away, guys. I appreciate all the love and support, all the PayPals, all the Cash Apps. It will not be taken for granted. And all of that, all of these donations are going straight back into the channel. By the way, buy the merch. Please buy the merch. That's a really good way that you can support the channel, because hell, I mean, I could sustain the Shopify link, but it costs $30 a month. And if I'm not monetized and I'm not making money, that's $30 out of my pocket that I could have spent on groceries or something, you know, to help me in my personal life. But now it's going to keep the Shopify link up, but I'm not even making money off of the merch because y'all ain't buying the shit, which, you know, I don't blame you for not buying the merch, but I do want to see some people in the BGZM New 17 merch. So anyways, appreciate you guys. Cop the merch, support the Patreon, do whatever you can do to support the channel. If you can't, it's fine too. But just know that, you know, I'm going 6 months. I'm going to try and get my Patreon to a sustainable level where it'll make sense for me to continue to make content. If not, we'll revisit this topic at a later date. But other than that, hey, love you guys. Be safe. These super gremlins are demon time.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe. Hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all tell me what this is.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
shit
do
off.
you want from me?
Gang violence and other kind of violence.